caliber handgun. What brought me to making this video? I do try to teach people a lot on this channel, gun safety, military stuff, ballistics, but I don't know everything. So what prompted me to make this video was someone else I subscribed to made a video recently where it was their first IDPA match. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'll put it, right here above my head if I'm wrong or something like that, but IDPA, I'm pretty sure, I should have wrote notes down, I'm pretty sure it stands for International Defensive Pistol Association. I watched this video and it's one of those things where there's a bunch of different barricades. You're supposed to transition to a weapon, clear a malfunction, and someone blows that little beeper goes off, and then you shoot, drop a magazine. You've all seen those things. So I'm watching this video and I'm just seeing that they're taking off points for, oh, your foot was over this line, or your thumb wasn't resting in the right spot. Just stupid things are taking points off of, and I commented on his video, hey, great job in the video. Always good to brush up on skills, but I don't think I could do this. I would just get so annoyed with these freaking people because it doesn't represent any kind of real life situation. So then I decided to look up what IDPA is, and I learned that IDPA, this is how all three of these that I'm going to talk about kind of tie into my channel. So you see me make my videos, I'm always talking about stop shooting at a target 5 feet in front of you with any kind of a weapon in a calm situation, because this doesn't represent reality. An attacker is going to be moving, you're going to be moving, you're going to be hyped up, they're going to be hyped up. There's not going to be any rules. Well, it turns out, and then you see me run my combat courses here that we're also going to do today. So it turns out IDPA teaches exactly those fundamentals. Dressing in concealed carry everyday clothes. Part of what they're teaching you is using your everyday concealed carry clothes. Okay. Minimalistic guns. Oh, you know where I'm going with this, because you see me make fun of a lot of tactical people. So they want you to use minimalistic guns. They don't want a whole bunch of dots and optics and folding magpul this and bayonets and strobe lights and handcuffs hanging off of the front. They don't want any of that. They're trying to teach you to be practical. They teach you gun safety, technique, and then real world situations. So it turns out I was wrong about IDPA when I first heard about it, because I didn't understand what it was. It turns out it's exactly what I do here and everything I talk about. What's gun fu? There's going to be a lot of people that are about to get real upset at me. You know all the videos I make about press checking and how it's stupid and serves no purpose? Yeah. This is kind of the last bit of proof. So if you look up gun fu, because the first thing I looked up was, did Keanu Reeves go through IDPA courses? All his John Wick movies, where I'm going with this too. So it turns out what gun fu is a cinematography. It's not real. But they mix martial arts with tactical things and gear, and that's called gun fu. That's what Keanu Reeves was kind of, what they call his training and approach. It's called gun fu. Well, guess what? Gun fu isn't real. It even said when I researched it that it's not real. So that brings me to what I keep talking about, press checking. John Wick does a lot of press checking in his movies, and I keep telling you, I'm not going to get into that. Just watch my videos on press checking, and if you're really still convinced that press checking serves some kind of a purpose after my arguments, you might have kind of the same thing as TDS. You've just been given a real solid argument or even facts, and you just don't want to accept it. So there it is. Press checking is a form of gun fu, which is cinematography. So with that, it led me to Teppo Justu. So Teppo Justu is an actual Japanese, we're going to call it like a gun fu. I guess what it means is, the meaning is the art of the rifle. So, well, it's on the thumbnail on how to spell it. So I've never gone through an IDPA course, but it turns out a lot of what that is, that training is around what my channel talks about. If you're gonna train with your gun, move fast, get stressed out, do push-ups, run up and down a hill, and then run a course. You wanna see how much you suck at hitting anything with a rifle, handgun, or shotgun? Do that. That's what we're about to do right now. I've got my target set up. I've got barrels that are gonna represent cover. I'm gonna represent getting in a fist fight real quick, coming out of my truck. We're gonna use a handgun. We're gonna use a shotgun with 2.0 buck, and we're going to use an AR-15. Because when I run my course, part of what I'm also trying to show you is what's the best gun for a defensive scenario. Cellular and below, 12 gauge, 12 pellet 00 buck. Going to be using my typical AAC 40 caliber full metal jacket, the AR-15 green tip. Enough talking, into the shooting. 40 caliber handgun. Yeah, we did not get a kill shot on this guy. Messed up his shoulder. One to the lung, one right next to the other lung. This one got hit once. All right, we did hit two. The yard sign will represent vitals. AR-15. All right, we are on get some. Safe. One in each lung. Absolutely dead. I see two AR holes there. One in the lung, one near the heart. We're gonna make it harder with the shotgun. Because I'm going to continue to move while I'm shooting. Going hot. Again, you know what we're using. Tack reload. Yeah. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You just got shot 11 times with basically a 9mm coming at you a lot faster than a 9mm. Your neck is, your head is blown off. They all stayed pretty tight right in the neck. Your head is just a cantaloupe. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 hit this one. Yeah, there's a couple that took out the top right there. So again, at the end of the shooting here, I just wanted to give you another example of why I was wrong about IDPA. It's pretty close to what I do here, or at least my philosophies. But I do think it's really important for everyone. If you're going to buy a firearm, you really need to practice with it, or it's just going to be something that causes a lot of damage, hurts someone, or be useless in a time come moment of truth. To do a quick little fight my way out of a situation, get a little amped up, and just start moving and shooting at targets, changing position. Thanks again for coming. Appreciate all the subscribers. If you found this video useful, give it a like, add a comment below. Semper Fi.